welcome back. It's episode 6 and we're talking about legs.
Let's go to Pinscape and let's have a look for the guide. We want to have the legs, pinball legs. Cabinet body. Find legs. Here we have a pre-drilled hole, which is not what we're going to be doing. We're going to just drill the hole when it's all done. Here's a cross section of it to sort of see how it's made. And this is the configuration of the legs, which I'll show you in this episode. Here is the 3D printed rig that you can use to drill your hole nice and smoothly and correctly, which I don't have one and I'm not going to print one. It's just too tricky. I don't have the skills for that, and I'm not also going to buy one just for one project. Exciting, it arrived. Pinball Mania. We have the sounding didn't really work very well. Anyway, we have the button, the launch button, the backing for the legs. Oh, very exciting. Now I can drill the holes for the side of the cabinet, get that all measured up and make sure it all works. And I'll drill the holes with these babies, and then I can try out my own digital analog plunger thing. Cool.
Meanwhile, back at school.
So I got educated today. I had bought these parts from Pinball Mania, and the screws fit quite nicely and everything. This is the base of the pinball leg. This is the plate that's supposed to support it, to hold it in the back of the case. So I went around to shops and went to some places and found some screws, but the threads are not the same. You know that the sizes and things like, was it M10, and then whatever millimeters long, and the threads are different because we're in the UK and Bali is an American company, so they do different things. Just hope that you don't get caught out like myself trying to figure out what was happening, what was going wrong with the screws. So just make sure that you have the imperial for imperial and the metric for the metric, and we should be all good. So in the end, I actually had to go back to Pinball Mania to buy those screws. Here we have this thing called a brace. I'm just going to call it a bat. And this bat, yeah, I don't have one. So I'm not going to buy it, so I'm going to attempt to make one.
Several bad decisions later.
It feels like it's taken forever doing this angle thing with this. I need 4 of them.
Soon after.
Right, all that effort just to make this one bat. My effort has sort of gone to a bit wasted. Sort of gets thinner and thinner. It's fatter and fatter, but even the fattest side doesn't really work. So make an angle. Put that there. Plate on it. The gap is even bigger. This looks exactly like the piece that I need. But I decided that I think I would try and just do without and see how it goes. I think the box is pretty secure and it should be able to withstand everything. Mark out where the legs hole is going to be. It's supposed to be some sort of a fandangle type tool you can use to be able to drill the hole in very nicely. Now, the tricky part, hang on, I'll just end it there. Now the legs. There's this plate, you see. This plate can go this way for the back. This way I place for the front. So this put into the box. Go into the corner. This up. And that's the height for where the front legs go. And the back, flip that around, and that's the height for the back legs. So you get the front legs shorter and the back legs taller, so hopefully it tilts forward a little bit. Yeah, that's the back. Like that. So I measured these holes on the other side. Make sure it goes into correct bits. So we're making these little grooves, so I can then slowly draw that. Okay. So I'm going to start with a small thin one, and then I'll step it up to this last one. Right, Mr. Tappy Tap. Drill. Okay, let's have a look inside. Cool. It didn't come out exactly, but close, I guess. Just have to wiggle it to the. That was good.
Oh, look at that single leg. It's looking good. I did not actually use the bracket at the end, and it looks quite safe, so I'm not bothering about that. But I did notice that that's a bit close at the bottom there though, so next time.
Previously, when I was greedy and I drilled an extra hole for my button, I didn't realize that the brackets for the legs actually comes up and butts up against, and does not allow me to actually put a button inside because of that bracket at the back. So what I've done is I took some of this paper mache modeling clay, and I can actually just stick the wire on later. So we'll have like a little.
Here's the final completion of the legs. And it's looking very good. And yes, the side wheel is not on this one at the moment. But we saw that last episode, didn't we? Next episode will be about the playing field. So as usual, thanks for watching.